sexually transmitted diseases, or we can also refer to them as sexually transmitted infections. So in this particular slide we will be discussing about the sexually transmitted infections caused by two major bacteria. So we are going to discuss about bacterial diseases. The first one is referred to as syphilis. Now, syphilis is caused by a bacteria that is called Treponema pallidum. One of the most classical signs of syphilis is appearance of absolutely painless and very clean and hard ulcers on the body, or swellings on the body, not ulcers but rather swellings on the body, which is referred to as chancre. Now these chancre are sores. They are abnormal regions of the skin which have a hard base. They are very clean, they do not bleed, they are absolutely painless. They appear on the genitals and they also cause swelling of the lymph gland. This is one of the reason why a person who is experiencing the primary symptoms, you can divide the symptoms into primary, secondary and tertiary, whereas the chancre is a symptom which is seen in the first stage of the disease, which is called the primary syphilis. So that's why it is very easy to ignore this disease, because once these symptoms arise and very soon they will disappear. So when they disappear, the person will think it was just a regular infection and he may not seek professional support. He may not go and see a specialist doctor, or he may not seek any kind of a treatment, and therefore it leads to the disease progressing into the next stage. In the next stage, what happens is, in the untreatable stage of this disease, what happens is chronic ulcers, meaning long term, it has been developing over a long term. That's why it is called chronic. Ulcers are nothing but lesions or wound like structures, crater like wounds, depressions which appear on the skin with excessive bleeding. They are formed on the palate, on the nose and lower leg. In extreme cases, it can lead to paralysis, brain damage, including blindness and heart trouble and aortic impairment. And this disease has an incubation period of 10 to 90 days. It can be diagnosed by conducting an antibody test called VDRL test, venereal diseases research laboratory test. Treatment of syphilis includes penicillin and tetracycline. So the second set of symptoms that is discussed over here is actually the final symptoms of the disease, when you cannot actually cure the disease. That means the patient has progressed into the tertiary stage of the disease. This is referred to as the tertiary stage of the syphilis, and when almost all the organ systems in the body start degenerating, and it is almost like a point of no return where the person cannot be treated at this particular stage. The next type of bacterial disease, that is sexually transmitted infection. I am writing STI because in the new updated NCRT it is not called STD, it is called STI. So I am mentioning both sexually transmitted disease or sexually transmitted infection, you can call it. So gonorrhea is also a bacterial disease. It is caused by a bacteria called Neisseria gonorrhoeae. One of the classical symptoms of Neisseria gonorrhoeae is pus discharge is seen in urethra in case of males and vaginal region in case of females, generally associated with pain and swelling around the genitalia, burning sensation during urination. In females, sometimes the infection can spread through the uterus to the fallopian tube to the abdominal cavity, and it can also lead to arthritis. And if the mother is infected with this disease, the child, while it is taking birth, once the child passes through the birth canal and takes its birth, the bacteria can affect the eye of the child, causing severe eye infection. It has an incubation period of about 2 to 5 days, and its diagnosis includes gram staining, and treatment includes penicillin and ampicillin, which are antibiotics.